Ride back here with a video that I think you guys will really enjoy. It'll help you along your travels, hopefully. Coming from sunny California right now, you know, the hater of all things truck and plastic. So I have been asked a few times, friends, family members, stuff like that, don't you get tired of eating at the same places? And the easy answer is yes. And anybody watching this that drives a truck knows that our options are very limited. We got McDonald's, we've got occasional Wendy's, Denny's, occasionally an IHOP. 2 or 3 truck stops that I've come across have Burger King, Godfather's Pizza, Chester's Chicken, Iron Skillet, Country Pride. Sometimes you get a Taco Bell. All of that stuff gets boring. And I've been asked, then where do you eat when you're not eating on the truck? I do eat on the truck a lot. My wife does like to cook on the truck, and it makes it easier because we can have something cooking while I'm driving, done by the time I stop for the night. Love it. Good setup that way. But we're going to go ahead and dive in to my personal top 5 restaurants that are either at or near truck stops that aren't these big names, that aren't these ones that have some kind of affiliation with the truck stops. Like, I'm pretty sure major truck stops have some kind of partnership deal with Subway or something. So these are going to be ones that are not on that list. I'm going to start off with an honorable mention because it's not really close to a truck stop, but delivers to all of the truck stops in the area. And that would be Italian Garden in Wytheville, Virginia. Or Wytheville, or I don't know how you say it. Wytheville, Virginia, where 77 and 81 meet up. Any one of those truck stops, Italian Garden will deliver to. They have wonderful food. They're kind of a little on the high-priced end. I'm not going to lie about that. You might expect to pay $15 or something per meal. But it's really good food, and the portions are large. Very worth it. So, number 5. Number 5 is the only one that is inside of one of the large truck stops. And that is White's Deli, inside of the Petro at exit 205 on Interstate 81 in Raphine, Virginia. The deli, they've got chicken, they've got ribs, they got vegetables, meatloaf sometimes. They've got all kinds of good stuff in there. I really do like their food. It's definitely not the healthiest, you know, getting that half chicken or the beef ribs. But it's a lot of food, and it is kind of expensive, but it's a convenience thing. You're going to pay for the convenience of having it and the convenience of not going to the Papa John's or Popeyes in the back or the Iron Skillet there on the side. But it's better than anything else in that truck stop. Number 4. We're going to Arkansas for this one. Gurdon, Arkansas. If you can get past a pothole-ridden parking lot with no lines, so none of you steering wheel holders can go there, because there's no parking lines. You just park like a civilized human being next to other people. That is Southfork Truck Stop in Gurdon, Arkansas. They have recently changed their hours of the restaurant, where I believe they're only open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. now. That is unfortunate. I like to start my days about 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's inconvenient for me for breakfast, but they are very inexpensive and very good food. Been there a few times. I got a steak and egg breakfast with hash browns and a coffee for like $10. For dinner time, I've gotten the pork chops. You get like 2 pork chops, 2 sides, and a drink. It's about $10 or $11. So it's very worth it there. So that's Southfork Truck Stop in Gurdon, Arkansas, Interstate 30, exit 63. So about halfway between Texarkana and Little Rock. Number 3 is not a restaurant per se, but I really wish I could have ranked this higher on my list, but you'll know why I didn't here in a little bit. And that is Ronnie's Boudin and Cracklins. It's right next to the PT Travel Plaza. It's a separate building, but basically they share the same lot on the gas station side. But they've got room for 30 or 40 trucks in Hammond, Louisiana at Interstate 12, exit 42. So again, that's about halfway between the Slidell exit there where you get onto 12 and the other side where you get, where you keep going toward Baton Rouge. About halfway there, Hammond, Louisiana. Ronnie's Boudin and Cracklins. If you've never had Boudin, do it. Boudin balls, regular Boudin sausage. The Cracklins are amazing. They got pork and chicken there. Just it's worth it if you like Cajun food. They are good with Cajun food. Number 2 is one that you have to go a little ways from a truck stop to get to, but is very worth it. And that is called Skeets. I believe it's Skeets Barbecue. That is near or just down the street from the Loves and the TA in Sweetwater, Texas. There is next door to it an abandoned Kmart. So I haven't been down there in a while, so if the lot is still open, you may be able to park in that abandoned Kmart parking lot, and it's right next door. So that's Sweetwater, Texas, Interstate 20, exit 242. They have mouth-watering steaks. You know how sometimes when you get a steak and maybe you didn't eat it all and you put it in your fridge for the night and you reheat it, it dries out, all that stuff. This was still just as juicy when I reheated it as it was when I got it. The vegetables tasted like they were hand-picked, like straight from the garden to the steamer or whatever it was they used. Everything tasted absolutely fresh. So that's another great one. Skeets in Sweetwater, Texas. And now, the number 1 restaurant nearby a truck stop. By far, I mean, I wouldn't even say Skeets comes halfway to this. And that is a place called Willow Ranch Barbecue Restaurant. It's across from the TA and next to Speedy Fuel in Buttonwillow, California. Interstate 5, exit 257. So it's kind of near Bakersfield, just north of LA, maybe an hour, 2 hours north of LA, about 4 hours or so, 3 hours from Sacramento. It's before the split for Sacramento and San Francisco, so no matter which way you're going, if you're going north, you can get there. Again, it's next to the TA, or across from the TA, and next to the Speedy Fuel in Buttonwillow, California, Interstate 5, exit 257. Now, what my wife and I got, and I'm just gonna go into it straight from their menu. There you go. If you guys want, let's see. They do deliver, so you can get stuff delivered to you, most likely just at the truck stops. I don't know why they mentioned they delivered, because I don't live here, so I'm guessing it probably won't be that good when it gets to me, and probably very expensive to ship. So my wife and I just ate there tonight, and we got a combo platter. It was a 3-meat combo platter because we wanted to have enough to have leftovers so we can have lunch tomorrow, maybe even the next day. Didn't know how big this was. We got a 3-item combo. We got the brisket, the tri-tip, and the pork ribs. I have to say, that was the most mouth-watering brisket that I've ever had. And I did not expect a place in California to know how to do barbecue. I was kind of iffy about it. Glad I went in there. The tri-tip, it's more of a lean cut, almost like a roast type of a beef. And of course the pork ribs. We got rice pilaf and coleslaw for our sides, and I also got some of the steamed vegetables. I like steamed vegetables, so those ones also tasted very fresh. The meat, they coat it in their own homemade barbecue sauce, which let's see if I can get to it. Their own homemade barbecue sauce, which was good enough I had to buy a bottle of. It was just mouth-watering, and it comes with a dinner roll and chili beans. The chili beans are perfectly seasoned. It tastes like, you add a couple ingredients and it would be the perfect mouth-watering bowl of chili. I can't say enough about that place. Definitely my new go-to anytime I'm on I-5. Button Willow, California, exit 257. Willow Ranch Restaurant.
Say hi to Destiny.
And say hi to Destiny for us. She was our server there. It was just an absolutely phenomenal place. The ambiance was perfect. Had this old rustic feel. The walkway to the restrooms had old pictures of how the town started and how the town grew, and it's a wonderful place with friendly people and wonderful food. I just can't say enough about that. So there you have it. My top 5 restaurants at or near truck stops. If I've missed some, please let me know. Chances are I may not have been to them, and I'm always looking for good food that I can get to that is not this cheap, crappy truck stop food that everybody has. So if you know of some, please let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like this video. Send it out to your friends. I don't have a big following here, so a lot of people, if you share it out, a lot of people will get to see this video and get to know where there's good food so that they don't have to keep going inside of the TA and eating country pride. I appreciate your time and your support. Thank you guys very much. You guys be safe out there. Take care.